This video is about our nerve tissue, not so much our nervous system, but the tissue itself, or the nerve cells, we could say, our Meja Dhatu. So we know things like butter, nuts, seeds, vegetable oils, animal fat, bone marrow, meat, even fish have a positive effect on building our nerve tissue. And in Ayurveda, they don't just include the nerves, but we also include the bone marrow in this Meja Dhatu. And the sub-tissue is the tears of our eyes. And when we have a balanced nerve system, or balanced nerves that are not depleted, inflamed, or in excess, or then we have patience, strength, energy, stamina throughout our whole body, and good immunity. Because our nerves also are creating red blood cells, some of which are transformed into white blood cells, which has a link to immune function. Even our endocrine system, that's more metabolic in nature, is also linked to our nerves. So very important, our nerves. And our nerves also, our system in particular, is supporting our mind and our state of mind. If we have too much vata in our nervous system, we're going to feel anxious. If we have too much pitta in our nerves, we're going to feel irritable. And if we have too much kapha in our nerves, then we're going to feel more depressed and melancholy. So, making sure that our nerve system is balanced is very important. Well, first we'll start off with vata imbalance, which is, dry, light, cold, depleted. So there we're going to feel symptoms like tingling, numbness, even convulsions, and forgetfulness, poor memory, insomnia, lightheadedness, dizzy, empty, spacey, blacking out, and of course the emotions like fear, anxiety, nervousness, and insecurity. There'll be a lot of racing of the mind, even tinnitus, ringing in the ears is vata in the nervous system. And of course when the nerves are damaged by vata, then we have conditions such as Parkinson's and even MS, where the nerve sheath has been damaged. Now when there's too much pitta in the nerves, there's inflammation. You can be wake up in the middle of the night. There's sometimes vomiting, nausea, hiccups, and herpes and shingles also are an indication of pitta in the nerves, because any pathogen that's gets affecting the nerves, like herpes or shingles, creates an inflammation in the nerves, and then we see the symptoms on the outside. And also this person who's got a lot of pitta in the nerves is not just irritable, but judgmental, critical, jealousy, and it can be very extreme depression when there's pitta in the nerves as well, almost a suicidal depression. So pitta in the nerves is a very serious condition as well. Vata in the nerves is very depleting. And now kapha in the nerves is less common, but it creates a feeling of lethargy, melancholy, mild depression, excess sleep, and it can create tumors in the bone marrow or empty spaces in the body. Particularly, it could lead to pineal or pituitary gland tumors, having too much kapha in the nerves. So decreasing what decreases the nerve tissue is a vata provoking diet, too much leafy greens and not enough oily foods and cooked foods, too much raw vegetables, too much beans, excessive exercise, heavy metal toxicity, malabsorption, malnutrition, and alcohol, drugs are also a factor here, and even poor food combining can lead to depleted nerve tissue. And excess nerve tissue can be caused by sleeping too much, sedentary lifestyle, too much kapha increasing foods, animal protein in particular, too much fats, too much oils, and even too much water intake can create too much nerve tissue, which can ultimately lead to these kapha imbalances. So just to review, if your nerves are depleted, as in vata, then you're going to have more tingling, numbness, nervousness, anxiety, and if you have an insomnia, racing mind. And if you have Pitta in the nerves, there's be more inflammation, and also type of a waking up in the middle of the night, type of insomnia, some burning foot syndrome or burning feet, maybe serious depression, being very critical, judgmental. And if you have too much Kapha in your nerves, then you could be oversleeping and feel sluggish and lethargic and even have mild depression. So it's very good to look at your nerve system and make sure it's balanced. And this is the way that Ayurveda looks at the tissue of your body and to determine its imbalances. And then the treatments are based on lowering the Vata or Pitta or Kapha in this tissue once it's identified. So Ayurveda doesn't treat just one condition like Parkinson's. They're treating, in this case, Vata in the nerves. That's a type, leads to this serious nerve conditions such as Parkinson's and MS. So it's very important when you have Vata in the nerves, you have tingling, numbness, forgetfulness, and anxiety, that you resolve this in the early stages of the pathology so it doesn't progress to damage the nerves, because ultimately Vata in the nerves can damage the nerves, and even Pitta in the nerves can damage the nerves over time. So it's important to find balance in your nervous system. I hope that helped you to better understand the state of your nerves according to Ayurveda.